Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dani and I am the co-founder and head baker of Vita Bakery. Vita Bakery is 100% vegan and free from bakery shop in London, and we do all kinds of delicious things. One of the favorite things we do is our chocolate cake. I like chocolate better than vanilla, so I'm gonna show you how we do our chocolate cake. So first things first, you are going to need some freshly brewed coffee. It doesn't have to be any particular coffee as long as it's coffee. This is going to help the chocolate flavor to be a little bit more deep and delicious and decadent and chocolatey. If you don't like coffee, don't really worry about it, because when you bake it the flavor really goes away and the chocolate and the coffee really works nice together. I cannot have coffee myself and I'm perfectly fine with this cake. So if you can use it, good. If you really dislike it, just add boiling water or regular water to it, or even some plant-based milk if you feel like it. And also it's good to know that cacao powder is not the same as cocoa powder. Here we have some vegan cocoa powder, so it doesn't have any milk on it, so that's really important if you're baking for a vegan person or a person with a dairy intolerance or allergy. But also it's good to know what you're gonna buy, so go to your local supermarket and then buy some cacao powder for baking. So that's it from me. Now let's go back to the cake. We have here some gluten-free flour, all in your mixing bowl. If you're doing this by hand, exactly the same procedure applies. Just sieve your flour into your bowl. Help the last little bit with your hands. And then take your sugar and also sieve it into your bowl. And then take your cacao powder. Smells so good already. Smells so good. And then with your fingers, help it in. And lastly, get your baking agents in. Here we have some baking soda, some table salt, and some xanthan gum. If you're not doing this cake gluten-free, don't bother about the xanthan gum. So now we're gonna mix in the dry ingredients so they're all nice and well incorporated to each other. Right, so once you give them a quick mix, you are going to go ahead and add your oil, and you're gonna stop beating it when you see like a sandy-like texture when the sun is wet. And then you're gonna add your coffee. Be careful, because if you just made your coffee, this might be boiling hot and then maybe it will splash. So do it little by little and aim for the center so it gets incorporated really well. Okay, so now the coffee is in and the cake is almost ready, but the most important ingredient is to be added now, which is the cider vinegar. So if you look into your bowl, you're gonna see how the cider vinegar explodes, and that's because the cider vinegar gets in touch with your baking soda, and that's exactly what's gonna replace your egg in this cake, and it's gonna make your cake light and fluffy. So once that is added in, we are gonna add our vanilla. So even though it's a chocolate cake, we still are gonna add our vanilla extract, just because vanilla is like your salt and your pepper when you cook, is the vanilla when you bake. Right, so here we have our chocolate cake. Smells like heaven. It's honestly my favorite thing ever. So rich and delicious. So here you can see how delicious it is. It's so good. This is the way it should look. I think it's just simply the best. It's so good. So this recipe works perfectly fine for both cupcakes and cakes. So today I'm gonna show you how to do both. It's very simple. Once you have your butter nice and rested and all mixed and all beautiful, just take your ice cream scoop or 2 spoons or whatever you feel best doing, and then scoop your butter into some cupcake cases. So once you have your cupcakes in, whatever you have remaining you can use for a cake, or obviously you can use only cupcakes. So this recipe makes 24 cupcakes. You can use 12 if you want, so you just have to chop the recipe in half, and that's it. If you want to make a cake, it will make a 3-layer 8-inch cake. Right, so this is it. Here we have some chocolate cupcakes and some chocolate cake. Obviously you don't have to do cupcakes and cakes. It depends on the occasion that you want them for. You can only make a chocolate cake or some cupcakes. So I'm gonna bake them now for 20 minutes at 170 degrees. Oops. There. Right, so here we have them, our chocolate cakes and our chocolate cupcakes. Make sure you cool them down in a cooling rack, or you leave them for like 30 minutes or even 40 minutes until they are cooled down completely to the touch, so they can be decorated, etc, etc. I love this recipe and this chocolate cupcake, so I'm gonna give it a try. And I hope you like this recipe. It's pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, I cannot wait. I like breaking it in half. I don't know what to say. It's so good. No one will ever know that this is a gluten-free or a vegan cake, a vegan chocolate cake. I'll see you next week. If you like this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you later. Bye.